All right, boys, we got a long-awaited episode today. We just did the NELK video last Monday. If you guys are watching this, it's probably Thursday or Friday. But we just uploaded the NELK video where we linked up in the video. It's been like a long time. We kind of wanted to link up and do something, but we didn't know exactly what, or we kind of knew. I feel like we would always do the pod, but just kind of, I don't know if it was timing or just it was just kind of more random, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's better that we're doing the pod now anyway.
Yeah.
We were actually just thinking about that on the way up, whereas like when we were going through all that or whatever, it's like I feel like, I don't know, we're pretty civil and it's good vibes now, you know?
But people obviously people love the video. The new video for sure, obviously.
I like that.
I mean, we knew that because everyone obviously like missed obviously seeing you on the channel and stuff like that too. So I watched the video a few times during the edit, but then when it was premiering, I watched it like the whole thing through, and then I kept like I was going back and watching it. It was just like it's a good feeling, right?
Dude, yeah.
Good.
Like that's why I texted you.
Like
the did at the end too was like super dope.
How did it feel to film that?
Well,
we didn't film together in how long, you think?
I don't know.
Definitely a lot of mixed feelings for sure. Not gonna say it was like just like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but it was dope.
I think the filming was more easy because we were chilling before that at like when we didn't film it and stuff like that. But that was definitely like crazy seeing you after like a long time and stuff like that. But the filming when we came to your house was pretty chill. Like
it was chill.
Normal kind of
everything
like,
in the edit. He was just like cool. I remember seeing you before like even doing the whole filming stuff. But like when we seen you, remember you came to the house?
Oh
you guys went to dinner. That was insane.
Yeah.
That felt great seeing you.
Well, I didn't even realize when he said that it was like 3 years. I was like,
I know it's a long
time. Also just fucking flies now.
Yeah,
but like, I didn't think it was 3 fucking years.
I know, it doesn't feel like 3.
No, it feels like a year or something.
Yeah, it does, right? It does.
Dude, my feet don't touch the ground right now. It's fucking
dude, it's fucking hot.
Should we just go tarps off?
No.
The hell? Of course I'm down.
No, but wait, let's actually bring that up because when you were in the bathroom, we congratulated Jesse on his transformation. Looked
Thank
good.
you.
No Ozempic.
No, it's not. No, I can't even say that word. No,
what, you dieting and all that?
Mm-hmm.
How much does that change for like your mental health, everything?
It's all connected, you know. Fucking like how you were saying about not drinking. That probably was like step 1, but it was just a bunch of good habits. Keep on adding onto the list and then doing it every fucking day.
Yeah, we're trying to do that too right now.
Yeah,
it's fucking hard, bro.
What are you guys on? Like second week, third week?
I think we're all on a different wave. I don't know if I'm on this. I don't think you're quite.
He goes twice a day to the gym, bro.
On my wave, but
yeah,
you don't want him to tie into your wave.
Like, no, it's just like
what the fuck does that mean?
I'm like fucking like
I'm gonna slow you down.
I'm like South African like fucking what's like like I don't know, just like big waves, and you're like I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm slacking,
like
bro.
Lake Michigan or something like that. It's just a different kind of thing.
Yeah,
I just roll. Like sometimes I hit the gym, but
yeah,
I like being active. I think that's what it is. Just like
what would you say to like 1 out of 10 health? Like
what's that?
David Goggins up here at 10. What are you at right now?
No, I like doing jiu-jitsu, bro. I think that's very fun.
Yeah, but what would you put on your 1 to 10 if David Goggins is a 10?
I'll probably add a 2. I mean, no, that guy's a fucking warrior.
You watch that guy to get fired up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell him, bro. That guy can get anybody motivated.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
I mean, you're not gonna back down somebody that like fucking talks to you like that. He's like, I'm fucking trained.
No.
Ready to go, you pussy.
Like, what do you think was the biggest thing that clicked? Because me and you were always trying to work out and kind of get in shape and stuff too. But what do you think was the biggest thing that clicked for you?
I've kind of explained this before, but I might have texted you about it. But the main thing for me was creating a streak is like huge. Mm-hmm. Just like for me, it was run at least a mile every day or eat under 1,750 calories, like whatever it is. You make your list, but I would do it for 7 days in a row, and it would just be like clockwork, like lose 2 pounds, feel better, all that shit. And then I was like, okay, cool, let's do 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then at a certain point, you're like, oh, I'm 150 days in. It kind of felt like drinking, like quitting drinking, right? Like you're creating that pressure to like have a beer is like a bigger deal now because you're breaking that streak. And I kind of just like tried doing that with fitness the first time. Because like how many times have you seen me like lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight? I was
it's
like,
tough.
Fuck, dude, it's so
drinking
annoying.
Definitely is step 1 for fucking obviously weight loss too, and just like working out. Like
And you don't
you
gotta be
can't-
like sober though.
No,
like you can still
no.
drink. It's just
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying to do now. It's just like probably just every Saturday.
yeah.
Every Saturday. If you say every Friday, like don't say once a week, because like then you could hit a Friday
Yeah.
and then like a
When
chick hits
Saturday
you,
comes around,
you
yeah,
up on
yeah.
a Saturday,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you're just like fuck.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just thinking like, I think it's the step one is chasing pussy. Honestly,
No, yeah, girls
'Cause
is a big
we
issue
never
for
just
sure.
really went out for like casuals. Like we never said like, yo, like I really want to just go have a beer right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
out on a
always
mission?
to go out and get fucking chicks. Pretty much.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
It's
even
pretty much
back
where
in,
anyone goes
even
out.
back in the day, no?
100%.
Like I don't think we would just go to a bar and be like, "Oh, we need a drink right now." It was
Yeah.
always just like we'd film and then like whatever college or whatever the thing we were at, it's like let's go try to wheel chicks.
Yeah, that's where it starts. Yeah.
We should honestly take it back to where you guys first started. You guys are down. Just for the fans to talk about, because I don't even know, bro. Like that's how new I am. Like the day you guys first met, first thing you filmed, kind of how it all came together.
Yeah, no, I remember the first time we linked up. I think you'd messaged me on like Facebook or some shit, right?
yeah.
And Jesse had an MTV show at the time, Careless Teens, that was on MTV Canada. I was just doing the YouTube thing, and he kind of like sent me some ideas, and then I think we went back and forth, and then we did this prank, you lit me on fire,
Yeah.
where Jesse said he knew how to like light someone's arm on fire and like not get.
Where's that video at?
It's on there.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still on
still
there.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like you lit me on fire prank.
Okay.
And so we like put the gasoline on like my arm, for example, and then like I would sit beside someone, and then Jesse would come up and like light me on fire, and then I would like freak out and see it and blame the person beside me, and be like, Yo, you
Yeah, like we'd
fucking-
only
like,
do
what
it to
the
people
fuck
that were
did you just do?"
smoking or
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
some
shit.
So you
Yeah.
act like
So
they
it's like
lit
you're
us on
blaming them.
fire.
And how'd it go?
It's pretty funny.
It went
Like
good, right?
how'd
Yeah.
it do on the internet too, views wise and all that?
It's
I
hard to
mean,
say
at the time, who
yeah.
knows at the time, right?
Mhm.
I don't even remember what it did at the time. Like it's not like it went like fucking viral.
Right.
It
I think
definitely
like
didn't go viral
100K
at all.
would be like we were pretty stoked on 100K. I think.
Yeah, but I don't even think it definitely didn't get that.
When
I don't even.
See,
I
I'm
don't
so
think
I don't
so.
even fucking.
what was
know.
your guys' first like 100K or big video where you were like,
So
yo,
like we were doing our thing for a bit, and then it's when we moved to LA. The first viral video we hit was 7 ways to compliment boobs.
Oh yeah.
How
It
much
was
did
a
that
coke
get?
prank, but it was
That
you're right.
got like I remember, and this was when YouTube videos would go viral, right? So people were
Yeah.
sharing YouTube videos way more, and it was all about getting reposted on like other sites. So there was sites like I forget what they were called, but like there was like big like sites that would post videos.
Yeah.
You would Google the title of your video and then see if those
And then
big
see a bunch
pages
of-
like
okay, I
posted
see.
it. Yeah.
So like people were reposting the video, but honestly, I think it only got like 300K in 24 hours. But that to us was like holy shit, like
I feel like at
300K
that
in
time that's
24
pretty
hours.
big though. How long
It
ago was
was.
Like
Or
what year
maybe-
is
maybe
this?
it got
I don't even
more.
think like 2013 or something.
No, I think
15.
I was 19.
that? Yeah, so about 2014, 2015.
2014, 2015, yeah.
So you got that was your first 300K video.
Probably, yeah.
And is that where you guys walk us through that one?
Like where you say like nice rack. To
And
the
there's a
girl,
person
and
with the
there's-
rack behind
yeah,
him?
yeah,
It was just a bunch of
And
boob
so many
like
people copied that
references.
The first two that I ever saw was embarrassing phone calls in public and then college dorms. Which I think you did most of that one. Where you were like trolling the guy like, yo, I'm supposed to move in here.
Oh, you have the basket of clothes and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
but-
yeah. That shit was good.
Both of those went, I don't even know if it was TikTok. I want to say it was TikTok or maybe even Vine, but they both went crazy on there. Like that's how I
Really?
first found you guys.
Yeah. No, and then I think we would go back. And then we did Coke Prank out there at that same trip. And that was the next big one, which is still the most viewed video.
Yeah,
And that
where's-
one
where's
went
at?
one went super, that's like 50 mil, I think, right?
How many
Yeah.
videos do you think you guys were at before the Coke one?
I mean, you were shooting a bunch of stuff before.
But we've done a lot of different ones for sure. We were vlogging. That's when daily vlogging was big too, and we had the second channel, and we were trying to do that on the NELK 2 channel, daily vlogging.
See, it feels
But-
like we went to LA and we hit that viral like in a month.
Yeah,
Like, didn't that happen?
yeah. And
was
I
quick.
remember first. I don't know if you can remember, but I just remember like, dude, I was 19, like flying to LA.
Oh my god,
It was
yeah.
crazy, bro. Like landing there, like from Toronto, like
Probably fired up.
I dropped out of school. Like it was like. It
Yeah,
was
how
crazy.
scared were you guys?
And we were. The thing is also
Excited,
like we
honestly.
couldn't sign a lease because we didn't have
Right.
visas or anything like that. So the only like short-term rental place we could like stay at was like this like luxurious kind of like condo.
That was
called,
like our first like
1010.
disagreement, I remember, but like
Yeah.
it ended up paying out. Like he was like pushing for the 1010 Wilshire place, and I was like, fucking, you know, because we're both working, trying to save up money, and I remember being like, fuck, dude, it's too expensive at the time. It
It
was
was
like $4
expensive.
grand.
Well, you wanted the sauce crib, and he wanted the more like financially.
No, but
like,
he had a good
Maybe,
point.
yeah.
Like it did work out. It was like, yo, we got to be in the fucking shit. It's like Wu-Tang Clan's our fucking neighbor. Like,
And so, which condo you ended up moving into the Wilshire?
Yeah, but we like it was 2 bedrooms, so we like 2 people both shared rooms.
And this is before or
okay.
after the coke prank?
This is the same time.
Okay.
That time.
Where was like
yeah.
merch and stuff at during the coke prank?
Yeah,
merch
when
didn't
did you
even
guys
start
start
yet.
doing
Merch didn't even start yet. So then after that, we would like go back to Canada because we also couldn't afford to stay there.
Yeah, where's
Like,
the
bro,
money
and
coming
at
from?
that time, bro? Like I'm not even like we couldn't even we couldn't afford Uber. Like to go
Really?
to Venice, we would take like we'd walk to the subway, and then we'd take the subway to like
oh my
a
god,
bus.
yeah.
Wow.
that would
Remember
take us.
that.
It would take us like 2 hours to get to Venice, and it
Remember
was like
that
the
lady
most
getting
exhaust-
robbed?
Yeah,
That was
we saw
fucked.
one lady get robbed
That
on
was
the subway.
Yeah.
So was LA like kind of like because you guys are from Toronto, obviously, but
Yeah.
coming to LA, like were you guys like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
type
that had to
shit?
be sick.
Dude, I remember Venice
Were you
Beach was
sketched
like
out
the
a lot?
place to shoot too. All
Yeah.
the big pranksters were there. It was
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of crazy people there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
But
Yo.
nah, it was cool.
Did you guys at this point have any doubts of like getting to where you wanted to be?
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think at that point were your biggest
So-
speed bumps?
I don't know about you, Jesse, but I think so. We would have to go home because we couldn't afford to stay out there. Like we couldn't eat out. Like we would.
Yeah, where was the
we'd go
any
to
money coming from at that
groceries,
point?
Just a little the YouTube money, a little bit, and then I think even we were doing some random ass brand deals like Edu Birdie and remember that? There's like an essay thing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I remember the phone one or something.
Yeah, just like some random ass shit.
Edie
but-
Birdie. Haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah,
That's
I know
hilarious.
it's crazy. But then we would go, and then we would go home, because not only could we not stay there for we'd only be in there for 6 months, but we also just needed to go home and like kind of save up money to go back again.
Yeah.
But I think every time we went home, it did slow down a little bit, kind
Yeah.
of, because mentally you're just like you're not together all the time, and like
Mhm.
you're hanging out with old friends that are kind of not on the same wave,
Right.
fucking smoking weed in your friend's basement and shit. Like we were still young too, like only
Right,
20
yeah.
years old, 20, like you know what I'm saying?
It was
Yeah.
like a reset, but also it was like life pulling you back into like reality of like, nah, man, you should go fucking work at the golf course. You should go work at
Yeah.
the Tesco. And then it was like,
That's a good
then
point.
we would like meet up and you'd be like, nah, man, like I can't connect with these dudes.
That's
Like, we
probably
gotta
what
go
kept
do
you
something."
motivated, was going back to Canada and being like,
Dude.
yo, I'm back in my golf course job. Fuck that. Or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Well, you just didn't see eye to eye with like you couldn't like some conversations didn't really like, I don't know. It's just different, dude. The energy, like I'm sure you can relate, but like when you're in LA and it's like every coffee shop, everywhere you go, everyone is just trying to fucking like,
Yeah, you're
it's not weird to
consumed in it.
talk about how to make a viral video or like, oh, how did that
It's all
post
about
go
like
up?
working towards
Yeah.
trying to make the best. Okay, I see. what
You go home and they're fucking like
Yeah,
talking about the
so it's a
rims
lot
on
of,
their
like,
truck
mad
and shit.
probably,
You're
I'm sure, yeah.
surrounded by it. You're consumed in it, which could technically, like people say, it could be mentally a bad thing, but it's also kind of like maybe what it takes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but it can
whenever
push
we
you
were
back
there,
in a
like I
way,
think
right?
I remember
Yeah.
Those
sometimes
types
like,
of- yeah.
100%.
and then we would do different trips. Then we'd go to Florida for a little bit. We did that. But then there was a time where like, dude, I remember we were trying to follow the typical prank model. And like, I don't know what it was we were doing, but like, remember when we lived in Florida with like Tori and like
Mm-hmm.
we were shooting like skits?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why we did that. I don't know. I'm trying to think, but like, whatever we were doing was not working at
Oh,
that
the skit
time.
format.
Like, people just weren't fucking with it.
You're talking about the
remember that.
audience wasn't fucking with it?
Wait,
Yeah,
are
they
you
weren't
talking
fucking
about-
with it.
Like
Can
we
you
were
remember?
uploading skits on the channel.
Yeah.
Oh, we did like the
Yeah,
broccoli
and like
thing
Facebook
and-
was taking off. Yeah, that shit.
So maybe we started to focus because we needed money. So we started doing other. So we
Yeah.
got money. I remember in Florida too. I
we
remember
always
getting
liked
like
doing
$8,000.
sketch comedy too. So
Yeah.
it's like we kind of did try to do that, like not faking pranks, but like sketch comedy.
Is
Like,
that
I
when
always
you like
liked that.
kissed,
You always like
kissed
that.
a girl, or like some shit? You were in bed with
Oh,
a girl.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's when you
that
guys
was in
did it.
Canada, but I remember that was around
Yeah,
the
I
same
think I
time.
remember that sketch. Yeah,
So
that
we
was-
were trying that type of shit, and it just wasn't working. And dude, I literally remember like the YouTube was not working, and like we even said like, "Yo, I don't know if the YouTube's gonna work out." Like we're like,
Really?
I swear to God, bro. Like I was
Wow.
like, I don't know. Like I was like, maybe we just like do this Facebook shit, and like we can kind of be more on the back end, and like make money like doing that.
What do you remember what you filmed after that or what?
And then I think it was I remember
Pushed you guys to
this
get
is this is
focused?
when it fucking switched. Was when we said, like, yo, let's just do this. Let's upload 3 times.
I was
a
just about to
week.
say,
Well, that's a lot.
this was
3
right
times a
before the like
week.
grind started, right?
Fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
Traveling.
Who's editing at this point?
Both just us.
too?
Yeah, sharing it.
That's wild.
Dude,
think
we
what
were
the
editing,
fuck,
That's a
bro?
lot.
How did that change for the whole channel when you do 3 times a week at that point?
We said let's just. I don't know what we did. We said let's just. I don't know. Yeah, we just said let's do it and let's stick to it, and we just did it. And we just. I think that's when we got in the car and road trip to VidCon,
Yep.
and we just did it. So we were on the road, like driving, staying at fans' houses, and we were filming and editing at the same time. So you're on the road, you're filming, and you're fucking. Then at night, like you're editing and you're uploading on the road in motels.
Dude, trying
at
to find
fans'
Wi-Fi
houses.
to upload at a motel and shit.
Yeah.
I remember like,
What was the best Wi-Fi spot? Motel?
dude, we used to go to, we could know because they were always shit. So we'd try to go to fans' houses. I remember we would make a story being
yeah,
like, who's
dude.
got, they would send us their like rating of their like how
No
strong their
way,
internet
dude.
was. And we would like drive to their house.
Snapchat was key for us, yeah.
But we'd
Snapchat.
also like
Yeah.
snag a sandwich out of their fridge or something. Like we fucking.
You
like,
did that, huh?
What do you
well,
guys
a little,
You
yeah.
dickhead. I'm just kidding.
outside of the Coke
I'm
prank?
kidding.
What do you guys think each of you was like your favorite prank that you guys successful prank or just one where you guys were like, yo, that was fucking hilarious?
That's hard. Do you have a favorite one?
If I just had to think at the top of my head, like I think I like the wine tours. I think the Bigfoot is funny too. But besides those like movie ones,
Like an OG one.
an OG one. I mean I think if you just go back and watch any of the fake employees,
Yeah.
like I told you,
Best Buy was hilarious.
Yeah.
yeah, I was watching those.
Best Buy was actually
And like
hilarious.
all those are just so funny. Like the one-liners are just like ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're fucking hilarious. Like chirping hockey dads too, any of that shit. But yeah, just go watch any fake employee prank, bro. Like we were just ripping people. Like it was so funny, dude.
Yeah, dude. Best Buy was.
Were you guys honestly, were you prepping your chirps before or was it kind of off the rip? Improv?
Probably a lot of improv, but you'd sometimes like
Have
think.
a- have
I
one in your
remember
back
and I
pocket.
used to write in my notes like just like funny fucking couple things, and you'd see if you'd remember some, but most of it would be.
I know. I'll drop a line and this guy will be like, "You didn't just think of that." I'm like,
Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
both of you, I'm like, holy fuck. Because it's so on point and so
He
like
asked that
creative.
question because he wanted to answer that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wanted to. You know what you're doing.
it is.
I don't even know what you're
I will
talking
say
about,
it is
bro.
hard to
But
be
like,
honest.
he,
Yeah.
he
Pranks
just
like
wanted him to like.
It
it's like
is,
the
yeah.
hardest comedy
Obviously.
improv to do
yeah,
on the
it is
spot.
tough.
Because you also have to like there's this like weird science of like giving them a bit to make them think that this is a real conversation so you don't go too far, but then also still pulling off like hilarious shit like and fucking with them.
Yeah.
You're like controlling this, like manipulating this conversation.
Well, you guys never really freeze up, I noticed too.
Well, I was actually going to bring this up when you were bringing up the fire prank. The first, because like for me, that was the first time I ever shot a prank. I was doing like stunt shit and stuff. But I don't know if you remember this, but that day I could not stop laughing.
Oh, really?
Dude, yeah. Like there's probably a bunch of footage where it was like every time you'd say anything on
Uh-huh.
camera and I'd have to like turn my head away because I didn't know how to like not fucking freeze up and like, bro, I remember I just couldn't keep it together.
That's the
but-
only time I'll laugh. I'll never laugh at myself, but I'll laugh at like if you
Yeah.
say something or if you said something. Like I would laugh. I'll laugh at other people, but if it's myself, I could keep a straight face.
Like if you two did like the moaning in the ear thing, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to like sit there and just be like in your like face and shit. Like I couldn't. That would get me something like that for sure.
So what happened after the Coke prank? How big? Because that was the biggest video ever. What changed?
Not
Was it
much,
big over
dude.
time,
No,
though?
it was big over time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It went big like off the break. It went viral, but like it not like 10 million or some shit.
So when do
Like,
you think was the big breaking point when
I don't think there
other
was one.
creators started to give you respect or
Yeah, like we said, we got in the car and we were driving, and then it was a pretty crazy. We were gonna go to VidCon. You know what that is? It's way bigger back then than it was now, but
Like a
it's where
Comic-Con?
all the YouTubers went.
okay?
So like, I don't know who was really big at the time, but like who was there really that was like the FaZe guys, I guess. Like
Yeah.
the FaZe guys were there, and like probably like Wolfie was big at that time.
Yeah.
probably like Rice Gum. I don't know who else was really big
Andrea,
at the time.
what was her name? That
Andrea
girl?
Russet.
Andrea Russet. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a totally different
Yeah.
crowd. So we were gonna go to VidCon. That was our plan. So we drove, stayed at fans' houses, and then
YouTube was very YouTubey. Like at that point,
yeah,
all the stars were like fucking PG-13 and shit. Like pretty.
and then I think we stayed at Big Dawes' house.
Yep.
We filmed with him. We stayed at his house, and then on the way from Arizona to LA, Jesse's car broke down in Palm Springs.
Yeah, the engine blew in the toaster, and then
What happened there?
well, I remember like we brought to the shop, and like we don't have any fucking money, and then they didn't speak English very well or something, but
Yeah, it just took like a whole like week, and they kept saying like,
Oh,
"Yo,
really?
this part's coming in. This part's coming in. This part's coming in."
they put the wrong engine in. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they fucked it up.
And then we like come back, we're like ready to go, and they're like, we put the wrong engine in, dude.
Why would they not tell you?
Yeah, but we also didn't have like we didn't even know how we were gonna pay for the car getting fixed,
Oh,
and we had to get home to Canada after this too.
Oh shit.
So we're like, what the fuck do we do? I think
We were questioning leaving it, and I was like,
Yeah,
man,
we
we're
were like-
not leaving it. Dude. That's my
know.
fucking baby.
what do we do? We did leave it and come back though, because we snapped out and a
Oh,
group
yeah,
of
we did
fans
leave
came
it.
to get us. They drove to Palm
Really?
Springs. They picked us up, and they brought us to VidCon. I think we like slept on their like hotel like floor and shit. Like
Was that the night? It was
we
like
were fucking sleeping on like floors, like a lot.
I thought it was an LA house, a floor that we slept on that night. Do you remember we like went to
But it
VidCon
was
and
in
then went?
Anaheim. Oh yeah, we probably stayed at their house.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, and then we made it to VidCon, and I think one thing that really motivated us there, I remember, it was actually FaZe Adapt that said it. So shout out to him.
I remember
But,
that when he came up to us.
Yeah, he came up to us and he just like, yo, and this is when FaZe was like really big too. And he was like, yo, dude, like like your guys' videos are fucking hilarious. Like me and all the boys, we always get high and fucking watch your guys' videos all the time. And we're like, damn, like, all right, like,
Oh wow.
you know, and I remember that kind of stuck with me too.
So that was just a respect, and then it got you guys motivated.
It's just like when someone with like 2 million subs at the
Right.
time
Yeah.
says that to you, like, you know.
When did merch come into play? Because it was such a big piece of your guys' success, right?
Yeah, I think after that we kind of just kept it going and kept the 3 a week thing going and doing trips. Like, you know, with 90 we would go to like, I think we did like Boston and New Jersey, and like
Yeah.
we would just keep traveling, you know,
Mm-hmm.
keeping it going 3 times a week. And then yeah.
Florida was the first drop, I think, with those crew neck hoodies.
yeah,
I can't remember that, but yeah.
Yeah. What
The
did
first
what did
thing
the
that
first
actually
drop
worked.
look like?
But I also remember
It
your
was this-
your
these-
dad
this
made that.
logo.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
I think.
Let me
Or
use the
was it
bathroom.
George Hennon that was first?
That was probably our first. But your dad made that hoodie, right? Was it your dad or your
I think
mom?
so. I think, did they source it off
Yeah, it was
Fring?
like from
That's
China and
crazy,
shit.
yeah.
I remember because we got it. We gave them a certain hoodie, a champion hoodie, and we were like, "Oh, fucking
Yeah,
rip
yeah.
this!" Like,
Yeah, we sent in a champion hoodie. I don't know. I forgot they actually did that off Alibaba. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. So my dad was like kind of, because my parents used to source like shit from China.
Yeah.
They used to sell these like spray fans
Mhm.
that were like
Yeah.
electric powered things. So they knew how to do it. So I guess we gave them the champion hoodie. They sent it in, and then I don't know if there was a couple trials, but we used the N, like the classic N logo, and we ordered 2,000 of them, I think.
yeah, because there's no full scent at this point. Like,
Right.
we're not designing that.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you remember if it sold out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
I think it
guys
sold out right
surprised
away.
by that, or were you like,
I don't really remember that.
I don't
the
think we
N
were
hoodie too
surprised,
much.
though.
Like,
I
or
don't
how much we made or anything. but-
Yeah, I don't think we were surprised because we like could gauge the demand of it based on like the response.
yeah?
I think we knew it was gonna sell.
So were the fans like asking you guys, "Yo, we need merch. We need
Well, we
merch."
showed it to them.
Mhm.
We showed them the sample, and
Okay.
everyone went nuts. And the hoodies were fire.
Whoa, that is true. Now I look back at it.
The hoodies
we
were
were
fire.
showing them the process,
Yeah.
which probably built the demand.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty.
Yeah, we
that's
showed them
cool.
like, yo, this is the first sample. And you know, it was the first time we did it. And the hoodies were dope.
They were
Like
yeah.
they were fucking just the classic N in like blue, gray, pink, like maroon.
Yeah.
So they're just like they were dope. Like
Yeah.
So and I think by the demand we knew that it was gonna be big. And yeah, I think they sold out in like 30 minutes probably.
That's fucking wild, bro.
I was gonna say I remember the first real one. It was like when we were in Miami, and we were still like, I don't think we had
Okay,
that
the
much
NELK
money.
NELK Boys Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on those like college fucking varsity sweaters, and
Yeah, I think we shot We shot like a merch promo in Niagara.
Yeah.
We had like a bunch of chicks over.
I remember that. Like it was all
Fucking-
Rona season, like Coronas and shit.
Yeah.
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 That was
we
like
did
what, the
that.
first big merch shoot?
Yeah.
Merch
Wasn't it like,
shoots.
I always say this number, but
Kudos
wasn't it like,
girl was there actually.
Really?
What the?
like, didn't we do like
I swear to God.
700K
This
or
girl was
something
at
like
the
that?
first merch shoot.
Like I remember it being something
Who
that was
was-
like, holy fuck.
This was in Miami. Who was a part of the team at that point?
Just me, Jesse, and Nino.
So Nino's fully on the team.
yeah.
And how long do you think he'd been there?
I don't know. Maybe like
Under
a
a
year.
year. Yeah.
And how did you guys want to talk about like the first time you filmed with him, or it's just a funny story?
Yeah, like the way Nino came into it was that he went to my high school. I wasn't like super friends with him. Like I knew him. But he was always like doing photography. He lives literally a minute and a half from my house. Like I swear. So like drive. So he was always horny with his camera around and shit. I'd see him walking around the neighborhood. Me and Lucas would see him playing Pokemon Go around the neighborhood and shit.
Are
He
you
played
serious,
Pokemon
man?
Go like a year after it came out.
He was at Walmart, right?
Damn.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
working at Walmart. And it was the time when everyone was vlogging like this.
Yeah.
So like no disrespect to him, but like me and you literally said like, yo, we just need someone to hold the camera
Mhm.
because we want it to be like the third person
Right.
view because it was way cooler than like doing this.
Which
sure.
was game changer. Like
It was,
I
I
remember
don't think
like,
we were one of the first to do that, really.
Yeah.
Because everyone was doing daily vlogging. And
we
I
thought it
think-
was cringy. We were like, that's like
Yeah.
dust. Like we wanted to be
Yeah.
like a TV show. Like I remember
Exactly.
that.
And then I think Nino was just at Walmart, so he had a lot of days off. So whenever he was free, he would come and just shoot for free and stuff. And then eventually we started paying him just like a day rate or something to come film.
Yeah.
And then eventually we just said, hey, dude, like quit your job.
Were you guys surprised how the three of you just immediately clicked like that?
Yeah, the first time Nino was behind the camera for a while. And then we flipped it during the George Hennon video that we did. That was like this big video too.
They didn't know who he was, huh?
And they didn't know who he
before?
was. And then he slowly became more and more of a character that he actually is that character.
Yeah.
No, it was like, yeah, like we just needed someone to hold the camera, and then it was like magic. It's like he just was the perfect character to be the guy behind the camera
Mm.
to then start becoming like, you know what I mean? It was just fuck. It was like it was good.
You didn't really
That's
have to
funny.
force it.
No,
Like put that guy beside a chick and he's just gonna be like, you know what I
Wow,
mean?
really?
Well, yeah, it's just like Nino.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
even I just saw him recently. He's the exact same guy.
He's a funny guy.
He won't change till he's like 40. Like he'll be the same fucking. He's just so funny. Like but-
Okay, so we were at Miami. So after that huge merch shop in Miami, where were you living at that point? You remember?
we had. I think at that time now we had some Airbnb,
kind of money. Yeah,
but not even. Like we were all in one Airbnb. I think you even fucking brought your girl at the time.
yeah.
And like we were all sleeping in the same room.
Oh my
Wow.
Like Nino in a
yeah.
Are you
sleeping
serious?
bag, like me here. Jesse brings his fucking chick.
Dude, how hard
down.
is it to have how hard is it to have a girlfriend when you're staying at fans' houses and stuff?
Well, I don't know if she was down when we were at
The
fans'
Airbnb was
houses,
okay, but not. The
but that
family.
I do
Yeah, no,
visually
not
remember.
at fans' houses.
Oh, okay.
That was probably a dick move on my part. You're like, man, you don't gotta bring
Yeah,
your
I was
girl.
like, yeah, I was like, fuck, bro. We're all
I
in
know,
the
right?
same
You
room and
asshole.
shit.
I'm like, buddy, I'm in love,
Just kidding.
man. Like,
So how
Yeah.
did it go from that to then getting into the Cloud House when you guys all moved in there?
that was a cool
Do you
moment.
remember that story?
Yeah, Banks sent us a DM and was like, I can't remember what he said, but he was just basically like, he's Banks. He's just right to the point. He's like, you guys are dope. Fucking come out here. Come fucking move in.
How crazy
Well,
was
this
that?
is when the Cloud House was like the biggest it was.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah,
like
give us an idea who was
it
in
was
there
like
and stuff.
FaZe Banks versus Jake Paul drama. Like Alyssa Violet shit just went down. Like it was the prime of the Cloud House. And we like they were all over YouTube. We were obviously seeing them. And Banks started shouting us out in his YouTube channel. And he was
Really?
pulling like 5 mil, like a vlog. And he started shouting
Yeah.
us out in his YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, that's when you start seeing shit like that and it's just motivating. Like, you're getting shouted out.
Mhm.
Like, we're getting shouted out by Banks.
Yeah.
He's in the Cloud House. Like, we're like,
Dude.
what the fuck?
What was he saying?
like-
Just like, yo, go watch these guys. I fuck with them. They're hilarious.
Yeah, I think so. And they were saying, like, yo, we got to get NELK out here and shit. And we're like,
Wow.
what? Like,
Shout
we're like,
out
what
Banks,
the
How was
fuck?
your guys'
Yeah, shout out
reaction to
Banks.
that?
Banks definitely was one that.
Till the day I die. That
Yeah.
dude fucking
Like for you,
He
Jesse,
never
like,
took a
definitely-
dollar. Never like coolest fucking guy I ever met.
For you, like Jesse, like seeing that, like was that like what the hell? Like what's going on?
Yeah, because there was probably still at that point a little bit of that like that. Fuck,
You
is
had doubt.
this gonna work? This
Yeah,
doubt,
okay.
yeah. Like, and we were at that point, we were grinding to make it, and like I don't know, it was just one of those like moments that were like tipped you over the edge of like, fuck, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I remember we were on our way back from like New Jersey or some shit to Canada, and yeah, Banks tweeted us and said, "Yo, you guys ready to move in?" And we literally flew out probably 5 days later. Like we
Oh
went
my
home,
God.
and I was like, we're flying it, like we're going now.
That's wild.
And that was the craziest.
it was good that you and
time.
me were both those guys that were not like, oh well, I gotta make sure this is
Yeah.
ready, and we were like,
No, you guys were ready.
we
to go.
both saw a vision.
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah.
nah, dude, like, yes, like, no question.
Yeah,
like,
we
we're
weren't
doing
like
this.
people that would wait around and be like, all right, well, I need time to situate this. and,
Yeah.
You
like,
guys were ready
it's
to
like,
go.
yo, when's the next flight? Like 2 days from now, like we're going and shit, you know?
That's awesome.
I think that was probably a pretty damn pivotal moment.
Yeah, that's what I was
Going
gonna
into
say.
the
When you
cloud
asked
house.
about that, like, what was like a tipping point? Like, it was like that was like it put us in the mix. It's
Yeah.
the same way
Yeah.
that like when you found Steve, and then because we're at the Cloud House, and you know working your magic and all the shit, and Steve just being like an icon, and like that's why Steve blew up in like a fucking.
But
month.
this is when we
Right.
only went for a week, right?
Oh,
This is
that's
not
when
when
we
Yeah.
were.
So
moved
did
in.
he
Oh, we weren't moved in.
Yeah,
as-
so
he
Sorry,
asked
my
you to
fucking-
come film first and then later asked you to move in?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened the first time you guys go there?
Like,
we
we're
didn't
just
stay there?
driving up the Hollywood Hills for the first time. We stayed there. Yeah, and we
We
pulled
spent
up
the
to
night, though,
crib.
yeah.
We stayed for a whole week.
Oh yeah, we did. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
my fucking memory.
I know
is
it's
shit.
hard to remember. I totally forgot that we only went for a week. Yeah,
And
we
what did that
driving up
week
the
look
hills.
like?
We just like, I mean, Summer Rae was there. Alyssa
People running
Violet
in
was
and out,
there. Wolfie was
Jesus.
there. He was massive at the time. Rice Gum was massive at the time. Banks was. And then yeah, Phase Adapt, like Temper, all the Phase guys. They were all there. And
Now, what's
they
going
were
through your guys'
massive.
mind when this is like when you're seeing all this? Like honestly, going into the
It
house.
was pretty crazy, bro. It was very surreal.
Like a video
Wow.
game.
I mean,
Just
this was
really?
this was
Yeah.
the top YouTube crew
Yeah, they're at the
in
top,
the
yeah, yeah.
game, like
That's
at the
wild.
time, right? And it
Yeah,
was just
that's
like,
wild.
holy fuck, it was
Yeah.
crazy. But even then, bro, it's interesting because I remember too. Even then, people were saying we switched up. Like,
Really?
oh, like you guys went Hollywood already. Like, yeah, I swear I totally remember when we
Really?
first moved into the Cloud
I could
House.
see
Like,
that.
I remember thinking, like, all right, we gotta stay Canadian, and like we fucking hung up the Canadian
Yeah.
flag. We got like Tim Hortons espresso shit, and like, so I remember that too. That was honestly a challenge too.
It's just funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we did. Yeah.
Did you guys film a video that week there with like a collab?
Yeah.
We must
Banks
have,
did
yeah.
something. We did like a calling in sick, I think, with
Yeah,
Banks.
yeah, we did.
That was like our go-to because it was like so easy to bang
Mhm.
out. Because we quickly also realized that doing a collab with someone big that doesn't know how to do pranks is kind of like
Yeah.
you can't like make him go do this, and then they're not going to perform, or like same thing with the lecture prank. I feel like we did that a lot because it was just like just be loud at the
Is
front
that
of
when
the
you
lecture.
guys did UCLA too? I remember you guys did a video in UCLA. Where you guys did a
Probably.
lecture. Oh,
And that-
typewriter. It was typewriter.
Oh, that one was
You guys
funny.
did typewriter.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That
that's
was
still
probably-
on.
that was definitely Cloud House. But then then I think we probably went back to Canada, and then we came back, and then Banks let us move in,
That's wild.
and then I don't know how long we lived there.
And you guys are just
Flies.
shacked up
I
in
know.
2 rooms, or what did that look like?
He gave us those rooms on the side, right?
Me and Jesse had a room. There was a bathroom in the middle, and then my room, and then there was like it was the guest area, and then there was like a little living space room, and then there was a bunk bed room with 4 bunk beds, and that's when we hired Osgod.
Mhm.
He came out. Manager Drew was there.
Those
Nina
boys were
was there.
grinding too in that fucking little hot,
Yeah,
like I don't think there was AC.
And
It
then
was
there
a
was no
fucking
AC?
studio.
Clay,
Dude, it
who
was
did
brutal.
a lot of our accessories for merch.
Are you
So
guys
they're all in one room, 4 guys.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So are you guys? Everyone else at this point is kind of like starting to see real money, and you guys are still like trying to get to that point.
I'm trying to think. Were we more famous than rich? Like
We
you
were
know what I
definitely
mean?
making money at that point because that's when we're like, all right, we hired Osgod to like kind of edit the videos because Nina was never editing the videos.
Yeah, and Osgod has like 8 rollies, so
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, we definitely had money if we were getting Osgod. and
Yeah.
shit,
what, man?
but we were still just putting it kind of all into the operation.
how
So-
much did that change for the channel and the views when you move into that house on a content side? Just with collabing, having all those
A
guys.
lot.
Yeah.
A
I
lot.
remember seeing fucking Nino in that, and Matthews was there.
Yeah, Austin Matthews came to the crib.
You guys fucking played hockey with him in the back. I remember watching those videos.
Yeah, this
we
was
put
like-
Nino in net and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
so
then
funny.
that's when you guys like invited us to come out. I remember Kyle hit me up and was like, "Hey, like let's film a prank, whatever." We did sneezing, right?
Yeah.
Sneezing. That was the first one.
Yeah.
But I remember you guys were having like a merch drop, like when we came upstairs. I remember manager Drew got us upstairs
On that glass table, we all had our laptops.
all you guys last
Yeah.
table. You guys look stressed. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then I just remembered when the merch drop went, I was like, bro, what the fuck type of numbers are these? Like, what the hell is going on here?
I
And,
wonder
like,
if
me
at
and Jay-
that time it was like really going on.
Yeah, I remember playing pong with like Nino. Like we were playing like ping pong. And then like it was just such a total operation. The one thing I really, really remember, man, was bro, you guys were filming. It was Adrian.
Mm.
And I think Osgod pushed you and Kyle into the pool and you guys shottied in the pool. I will never forget that moment. And me and cousin were just sitting in the back like, yo, dude, like we were just living in the car, bro. What the hell's about to happen? But no, I don't know. It was just such a great opportunity. And then we did sneezing. Me and Kyle did sneezing. And
Well,
that
what
went
was
really
that
great.
week for you? Because
That
I don't
week
even
was
know if I
insane
know.
to me because I obviously knew who you guys were. Like I've watched you guys. Like I've watched all your guys' videos. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that. But I don't know. The Cloud House was like such a surreal moment in my eyes because it was such a total operation. Like that opened my eyes. Like, okay, bro, if you want to really, really get to that top, this is how it's gonna have to look. You got to be stressed the fuck out. It's not gonna be all dandy and like happy and like, yo, we're filming videos. Oh, just posted this, that. No, this is an operation. But I seen how you guys were. I
And
remember
you
the
were
merch
making
drop
money
went,
at
huh?
the time? Like you were like,
I was very scared. I was
really?
very, very scared. I was like, bro, I'm meeting like one of my idols. Like seriously. I remember seeing you too. You're at the table and it seemed like you were very stressed out because you really wanted the merch shop to do well. And I think it was going live in like 30, 45 minutes. I think you guys were doing videos on phone to promote it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell was going on there, but I kind of realized that when you guys got pushed in the pool. I was like, okay, yo, the merch shop's going
Yeah.
live. You guys had the funnels.
That 60-minute window when like a drop would happen would be a
Dude, you guys were
chaotic, like
stressed.
something going on with Shopify because we'd crash the site so many
Yeah,
times.
do you guys crash the site?
We have to get more promo up. We have to tell people that something's sold
it's
out.
insane.
Like
that
it would
like
always
stressed
be
me
this
out.
like high. It's almost like
Yeah.
gambling. And then it would
But
be like,
I really actually had, like back then, like even now too, like I admired the fact that like, dude, you guys were like that showed me a lot. Like I think that's what made me want to keep going as well.
yeah.
It was ridiculous, bro.
Dude, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
What do you guys think you
Cool
missed
to hear your
most
point of view.
about those days?
It's just like it's dope. It was a good time. It was just like crazy. But I think now when I look back on it, I kind of said it in the video too. It's just like I would recommend to like younger people to, but you can't like recreate it. It's so hard to explain. It's just like we were just going,
Yeah.
like, you know, like we weren't like we were strategic and we were thinking, and it was not luck. There's obviously maybe some luck, but like we were very strategic with everything we did. But at the same time, it's also like, damn, we were just like in the zone, right? Like
I think that's what like short circuited me a bit at a
Yeah.
certain point. Like
Yeah.
it was exactly what you just said. It was like, you start thinking, right? Like now it's like, oh, I don't got to worry about all these things. We got money coming in, we got this, everything's working. And it's like, what is the goalpost?
I mean,
Like,
when
it's
you
like,
continuously
just
keep
grind.
like trying and keep going, I'm sure luck is going to play a part in a lot of things, right?
Mhm.
Like getting that perfect reaction, or
Yeah, for sure.
getting those days where like, okay, we just banged out a prank in 30 seconds. I mean, I think that plays a part with you working so hard, like 3 times a week. It's like
Yeah.
how you guys said. I mean, you're bound to have it, right?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
there
You know
any
what I mean?
point when
No,
you guys started
100%.
making that real money and you're in the cloud house, like all the distractions start to come in, like
no,
any
Clout House, I think we were pretty fucking like still just like dialed. If anything, other people were distracted
Mhm.
and like they were kind of had already made it a bit.
Yeah.
So like they weren't working as hard. I think we were like by far, and like I've heard other people say, like we were like the hardest working team in that house. Like we were like dialed.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
want to speak for you, but I think that what it is you and me were grinding. Like we went through all the other shit. So it was like, once you get a glimpse of like this all paying off and working, it was like we're like, dude, this is time to press play. Like, we gotta fucking go. Like,
100%.
you
And
know what I
we
mean?
weren't
Like,
like
it's finally
rich
here.
yet by any means at all. Like
No.
we were like still like on the come up, you know.
Yeah.
But it opened up so many. You could collab with fucking anyone. You could it was like,
I remember
don't know.
you wanted to like meet
So many
Nigel
flies.
and shit, right?
dude.
And then it was like
crazy.
slowly like people that we were like dreaming of meeting.
Yeah.
Like next thing you know, Nigel posts a put like a fucking Instagram feed post with Jesse, like skateboarding with him.
Yeah,
It was
on
just
our
like shit
rooftop,
like that was happening where I was like, I knew that was like a
For sure.
dream
Yeah.
of yours too. Or then like Austin Matthews is coming to our fucking crib, like
That's
playing
wild.
hockey with him in the Hollywood Hills. Like I'm a kid from fucking like I've been a
Dude,
Leafs
yeah.
fan. Like it's just like
Yeah.
what the fuck is going
Shit
on?
like that does happen.
It was
You know
always
what I mean?
interesting
Like-
too to see who was like,
He throws us up on his feed too.
Yeah.
And writes
Yeah, that's
NELK
wild.
boys. Like it's just like shit just keeps going.
Comes from hard work, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
really look at it.
it was cool to
And
see
these are
like
just-
who was like your idols and who you were like stoked on, and then who would I be stoked on, and like that whole like you don't want to be too like fanboy or whatever, but like it's like someone that like half the people here wouldn't even be like tripping about, and I'd be like fucking like, yo, what's up, man? Like fucking ultra, you know
Might as
what I
well
mean?
be a fanboy, right?
But then like someone else that's like big and but you're not, it's not your guy, like you're like chilling, but
Yeah, but I think we definitely me and Jesse understood the YouTube game.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what do you think made you guys
we
so
knew how
different?
We knew how to grow subscribers. We knew how to like pitch people ideas, right? Like
Yeah.
like you know, we would like not that we were using people, but like we were like we knew how to collab with people. And like, you know, you always got to present someone to like your idea to that person.
Yeah.
How is it beneficial for them? Or like, you know, you think they'd like this idea.
100%.
So, you know,
yeah.
we'd brainstorm like if we wanted to do something with Nigel, like, yo, what are we gonna do? This? No. This, no, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would know, and we were good at collabing,
Yeah.
I think, with people and like collabing with bigger people. And since I think we were the first YouTubers, I don't want to say first, someone will call me out, but like we're the first people to kind of like be degenerates
For
on
sure.
YouTube.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
one of the
100%.
first
Of course. What the hell?
popular people to be degenerates.
Yeah.
So like people wanted to work with the cool YouTubers.
Dude,
sure.
no one drank beer. I remember
Yeah,
that in LA.
no one drank a
We would walk
beer,
around
yeah.
with 2-4s and you're instantly the life of the party because it was like, oh, what the fuck? Like they actually brought beer. Like they didn't know what that was. Like shotgunning, they didn't know what that was. Like it was like, I don't know.
It's interesting to think about that.
The Canadian circus in LA. Like we
Yeah.
were fucking showing up and it was like different than what everyone else's vibe was, if that makes sense.
So when did Full Send come into the picture? When was that created?
that was from Laurence, you said, right?
I heard it out of our boy Laurence's mouth, but I think
Would you say that was when the brand really elevated, when it went from just NELK to Full Send?
merch wise, I guess.
It was that white t-shirt.
Yeah.
We just put Full Send on it. And then that girl at a gas station or something did the promo.
Right.
Wasn't that the first time
Uh-huh.
we like marketed it?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if I could find that clip. I wonder what episodes that in. That'd be cool to go look at.
Yeah.
This is kind of off topic. This is for all three of you, but if you had to look back, what do you think? Which prank gave you the biggest adrenaline rush, or were you most fucking nervous in the moment? What was the scariest shit to do?
Coke prank in Mexico.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, my heart was racing.
Damn,
You
I
were
forgot
pushing
about
it.
that.
You were
I
fucking
forgot about that.
dude, they're like taking our car and shit, and you're like still going, ripping jokes. I'm like, bro, let's get the fuck out of this country. Like, that was nuts.
That was a crazy one.
Man,
Fuck,
that's
yeah.
Watching porn in a lecture would always be pretty like, I mean, it's an adrenaline rush. It's like, what the fuck? This whole fucking tour, like everyone is looking, like hearing you do this. Pretty
I
fucked.
forgot about Coke prank in Mexico. That's a legendary one.
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
Well, everyone always talks about too. You never break character, so it's like, in the moment, are you fucking freaking out or?
Yeah, like which one twisted you up, Salim? Like just like fuck, or you didn't want to do it or some shit.
You know, I don't think there's ever been a prank where I felt as if I was scared to do. I'm being generally honest. I don't know why.
I've never seen you hesitate on anything.
I really don't, because it takes a lot for someone to really hate you, right? I mean, other than like, I've never been to jail. I mean, obviously once in Alabama, but besides that, I mean, you're never going to be scared of something unless it happens, right? And then
Yeah.
it happens the second time.
It-
It's like, oh shit,
Dude,
I
yeah.
just went through a wrong experience.
For
I
me,
don't
it
want
was
this
the
shit to happen.
arresting shit that would freak me out.
The wrestling shit, yeah, and
A person never scared me, or like getting punched never scared me. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, am I gonna go to fucking
doesn't,
jail?
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily scare me. I think where I felt as if, man, this is too much.
Yeah.
probably aggressively like when we were vaping in people's faces.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was like, okay, man, you're just being a dickhead. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it was
with the sideways hats and shit. That shit was
yeah,
fucking
I
funny,
think
though.
with that prank, in my opinion, I was just like,
Who?
all right, let's not make it known. Let's not make it feel as if you're actually fucking vaping this motherfucker's face.
Whose idea was that one?
I don't know.
You, right? Didn't you
That's what
start
the
that
big
one?
ass-
No,
Jewel,
I didn't
right?
vape back then. I didn't vape back then.
That was
But
with the big
I
Jewel.
thought he did that. He
I
started
think those
it, and
guys,
then
the
we
sus dudes, were
the
doing it.
sus dudes did it. Shout out to those
Oh.
guys. Yeah, and honestly, like I remember they did it, and then we just decided, yo. I remember we shouted them out in the video as well.
Well, we brought them out to collab with us.
Yeah. They collabed with us. I'm thinking about the Instagram prank that we posted, but
It was a good
yeah,
one
they
to do
came
on
out and we did it.
someone's boyfriend in front of their girlfriend. So you
Yeah.
vape in their face and then
Oh,
hit on the
that's-
girl.
Yeah, that was
So disrespectful.
flirting with girls,
that's some of your best shit.
flirting with boyfriends,
Girls in front of their
girlfriends or something like
boyfriends. Yeah, that shit's
Yeah.
hilarious.
that. I
bro.
thought that was hilarious.
That's
man.
pretty.
I
That's
love
that takes
for me.
balls.
Like I like testing people a lot when it comes to like just pranks because you just never know what the hell is gonna happen. I like that
Mhm.
risk, but I mean it's not always smart to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I've never been really, like scared or felt like something bad may happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm like a psychopath. But
I think yeah, just like the Cloud House though was just like
Yeah.
it was just fucked. All right, boys. Hope you're enjoying the pod. This episode is sponsored by Manscaped. And by the way, we don't do any sponsors on this pod with shit that I don't actually fuck with, but I actually fucking love Manscaped. I personally use it all the time. The best thing about Manscaped is instead of going to like another site like Amazon or whatever, it's a one-stop shop. So you don't got to go around to different sites, pick out different shit. They have everything on one site. I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorites. The Crop Reviver. If you're hitting a fucking sexy lift and you got to go straight to an emergency pump and you don't have time to shower, it's not ideal, and it's kind of dust, but keep the Crop Reviver in your fucking shaving kit. And boys, I don't know about you, but I'm not a full bush guy. You could have a little bit of a bush, but you can't not go full bush. I mean, that's what Gambles does, and that's why he fucking barely even fucks his own girlfriend. I fucking love this razor. It looks like a fucking Tesla razor, like Elon Musk made it or some shit. It's the best for down there. This one's dope for like your nose hairs and shit. Get up all in there. Keep the nasal patches nice and fucking clean, boys, for all the zappers out there. And then this one's the brand new one that I like. It's the Handyman, because it gets like all your close hairs. It's really, really sick. It charges in like 5 minutes. It's waterproof, so you could bring it in the shower too. Go to the site. We got you boys on a code. Use code NELK. You get 20% off the entire site and free shipping. So go to manscaped.com, boys. We gotta stay fresh. You guys know I'm on my gym grind now too, so we're getting in shape. We're staying fresh. We're fucking pulling birds, no more sixes. Yeah, Manscaped, one-stop shop. Take advantage of that code though, boys. Code NELK, 20% off and free fucking shipping. I fucking love free shipping. Take advantage of that code, manscaped.com. Let's get back into the pod.
You guys have any stories that you haven't told or anything to share there?
Jesse has a crazy one probably.
I got one fucking
I
crazy
could try
one.
to think.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm sure I'm not gonna get in trouble for it now. But
oh my goodness.
I remember I went out with all the guys. Banks took us out to like a club. I got blacked out, and apparently I ended up going to like 3 other fucking parties. I heard the next day, but like I don't remember any of this. And I just disappeared. And then like the Cloud House, like all the homes look the exact same. Like they all look like
There's
cookie
three,
cutter
there's
homes.
3 in a row.
Yeah. And I guess I came home and like went to the wrong house. And I don't even know how I got in there, but I'm in the house and I'm in the top floor. I'm like eating food out of the fridge, like chocolate cake and shit. And then I left the sink running and then I passed out on this guy's couch. And the apartment started flooding. And then the guy woke up like 3 floors flooding. And then he came out and like fucking
Holy
thought
shit.
that I was like a break and entry, called the cops, wake up to like fucking shotguns pointed at me, like
Are you
thrown
being
on the
serious
ground.
right now?
Dude, it was fucked.
What?
And then I get like, so I'm in the back of this cop car, and you know, after being blacked out, even if you get woken up, it's like, you're like half out of it still.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking, dude, I live here. He's like, dude, you don't live here. He's like, you're going downtown. Like, you're done. And then fucking Foosh saves my goddamn life. And he walks out because they're all gamers. So they were working, they're like, gaming late. And I don't even know what happened, but somehow he like came outside when I
They
was in the
probably saw
cop
the
car.
sirens.
What's
Yeah,
that?
They probably saw the sirens.
Oh yeah, there's probably cops everywhere. And then he's like, he vouched for me and was like, yeah, he lives here and all this shit. And then the owner of the house came out and was like, if he pays for the damages, then like, yeah, he's good to go. And then, yeah, lost all the money in my account and fucking
Good
yeah.
play by that guy though.
How much was that? Like $15K?
$41,000.
What the hell did you do in there?
Yeah,
What did you
it was
do in there?
fucked.
I didn't know it was that much.
Damn,
Dude,
bro.
it was all my money. It was
Wait, no,
fucked.
Jesse, what did you do in there?
Holy
Hmm?
fuck.
Like 41,000. What did you do? Did you
Well, dude, the
destroy a
whole
bunch-
house flooded in a fucking
Oh, you
mansion.
flooded it. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I didn't know it was 41.
That's wild.
how do
Oh
you
my
how do you come
God.
back from that?
Oh, that was probably the start of my fucking like wake up calls and like,
Really?
Fuck, man.
yeah, I had really bad anxiety after that.
Oh my god.
And then fucking Gamble's banging on my door the next morning.
Why did he do that?
Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh, he like he was, I don't even think he knew what was going on. He was drunk or something, but he like banged on my door and was like, the cops. He's like, open up. And I'm in my boxers and I'm like probably slept like an hour. I have so much anxiety.
Oh, God.
I like pounce out of my bed and like put on clothes in like 2 seconds because I'm like, I'm not going to jail in my boxers. And then I like open the door and it's fucking him. And he's like, what's up? His hat sideways. I'm like, dude, my heart is literally beating through my chest. Like,
Holy, that's fucking nuts.
dude, it was crazy.
That's the craziest story.
Yeah, damn, bro. That's a tough bill to pay.
Yeah.
How much longer after that? I'm sorry, bro. How much longer after that were you guys in the Cloud House?
I don't know.
Like, when did you move out?
That's fucking
Go to
hilarious.
Fredonia.
They were moving out, right? I think it was over. The Cloud House was like done.
Yeah. Is
I
that?
think.
I can't remember.
Or maybe we just fucked off. I think we fucked off to Europe. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
We went to Europe.
Everyone knows that was a legendary fucking.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
I mean, and then that's the next step, like where we like really elevated. And we were doing one video every Monday, shooting it, editing it.
Sounds like timing was just key. Like, you
Yeah.
have nowhere to go. You're like, fuck it, let's go to Europe, and it just elevates the entire channel.
Because now we had the funds to go do that.
Yeah,
and
now we
like
have the money to do
with
it.
Osgod and everyone, it was like we weren't just dropping a YouTube video every
We were
Monday. It was
dropping
like
a movie, yeah.
fucking movie. It was sick.
But every
like,
week shooting it and editing it.
Yeah.
In 1 week.
What do you
So
think?
like we'd shoot Monday to Thursday or Friday, and then boom, edit, get it up Monday, and same shit. So like they're seeing it live on their stories, and the video's like out that same week, which is like pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, those are some of the best videos.
Yeah,
of all time,
Europe's
bro.
legendary. I mean, that's when Steve was obviously just like, you know, Steve joined and he
Right.
took NELK to another level for sure,
Right.
like a massive
Yeah.
level.
That's when he proposed to Nino in front of the Eiffel Tower, right? And you guys did soccer balls out there too?
Yeah,
Stealing
soccer
soccer.
yeah.
balls, Amsterdam.
where was that? London or something?
Yes.
Those guys got pissed. They were trying
Yeah.
to scrap us and
Yeah.
shit.
I remember
that.
And then
MTV
Wine
Pat
Tour,
on there, bro.
MTV
Yeah.
Pat.
How
was
did you guys
hilarious.
decide? I don't know. I've never heard this. How did you decide, yo, we got to put MTV Pat in the videos?
How did that start? He must have came down to like visit us, and then was just
Well, he
in
was always
vlog.
just like once in a
How's
while in
that?
it, or in
Yeah.
even in your old vlogs. And like I always thought he
Mm.
was jokes too. You obviously thought he was jokes. So
yeah.
like I think he was down to come. I was even like I was like, yo,
No. Yeah.
is he down to come?
The father figure is a funny
Yeah,
character.
and he
to,
was
like,
just hilarious.
Yeah.
So
So
he
fucking
came.
funny, bro.
And that was an epic trip.
Yeah. There was a fake
But even
tour
then,
guide in
it's
there, too.
different because like we had 13 people probably. We had 3 editors: Osgod, D. Tomas, Adrian,
Yeah.
me, Jesse, Nino, Steve, Jason, Ernie, Clay, Drew, Laurence was there chefing.
yeah.
And you had Nino.
It was an operation, man.
Yeah.
How
So-
how crazy is it to think back moving like that with 13 people? And that's got to be expensive as fuck, right?
It was
Oh,
expensive.
yeah.
It was expensive.
And
Yeah.
at that point, are you guys like trying to like even save money, or just putting everything like, yo, let's just fucking
We
try and
kinda
make this
just-
as big as possible?
We're
Whatever it
just going
takes.
right back into
we're
it,
kinda
pretty
just
much.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Airbnbs weren't cheap out there for 13 people.
No.
What were the
Even though
fucking
we were like,
what were
some
the
people were-
fees like on those? You guys definitely fucked them up. You could even see them in the video. Did you guys even care? No.
Oh yeah. We were fucking up some for sure.
I think one in France got fucked up. I was
Yeah.
sleeping that
The
night.
Paris
But
one.
him and Steve would go through a phase of just like when they would get drunk, just like
Slamming beer bottles or whatever?
breaking shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why, man?
I don't know.
It was
Those
pretty
ones you can't
jokes.
explain,
But
really.
like we would do that. We would just
No.
like throw shit
You
on
guys
the
just
ground.
get
like,
fucked up just randomly?
Yeah, we never even uploaded the Paris.
No, we didn't
shit.
upload it because it was too fucked. It was
It
just
was-
like
yeah.
disrespectful.
It wasn't funny. It was just
No.
like
Yeah.
fucking
It's
yeah.
like-
After Europe, is that when you guys moved right into Fredonia?
Pretty much.
I was back in Canada
So-
with that Ohio.
Oh yeah, I
Charge.
didn't see you. I was like, bro, what the fuck is Jesse at? I remember me.
I think we stayed at Brad's for a little bit,
just
and we were
That's what it
looking
was,
we were
yeah.
looking for houses,
Mhm.
and then we found the first NELK house that we actually
Right.
paid for ourselves and signed a lease.
Yeah. How big of a moment was that?
Big.
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
But yeah, Europe was when I think Europe was still the biggest drop we ever did. It was right after the wine tour.
one of the
That
biggest.
was the biggest drop. No, the biggest.
I thought.
Is that the one where like
I
in a
think it was-
hotel room?
Like $13 million in gross revenue
Wow.
Fredonia wasn't the
in
biggest.
30 minutes.
Wait, Fredonia wasn't the biggest?
No,
No.
Was that hotel
No,
room?
no,
we were
no,
all
no.
like
the
on
biggest drop, I think. Oh, I think that
Fredonia
one.
was.
I remember that
Fredonia
one.
was a
Maybe-
huge
That was
drop.
the
Maybe
first
that
one
one
with
was
us.
tied.
Probably tied. Yeah. I just remember like I was.
No,
like,
the one where
Jesus
we had the
Christ.
screen outside by the
Those
Yeah,
bar.
I
ones were
remember
huge
that.
too.
That one was crazy
And-
too.
I remember this guy Kyle was like, Drew, fucking fix this shit right now because some shit crashed. I remember you said that, man. You were like, dude, fix that right now. Like you had a beer in your hand, dude. That was
Just-
hilarious.
Just to give people an
But
idea,
it was crazy to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
How
that was a
many-
huge drop too.
how many people are live on the site? You said it's 30 minutes.
What
Right.
Was it like 300,000, 400,000?
We've done over 300,000
Yeah.
probably.
350 probably.
350,000 fans are waiting to buy
That's amazing.
merch at once.
That's amazing.
That'll never not trip me out.
That's
Like
think
amazing.
that's
350,000 people
like-
with a credit card, like
Yeah, right.
like imagine that many people like checking out at a fucking
Dude, that's
venue or
insane,
something.
dude.
It's like
I don't think that's ever been done. Like that's like some Kylie Jenner shit. Like
I was gonna say, are any other creators moving merch like that you guys
No.
had seen?
I haven't seen.
it's got to be up there with like a Supreme or something. Like I wonder what was back when Supreme's prime,
Yeah.
because it's probably pretty insane for them too. But
That's like an insane number. Like what the hell, bro? Like
Yeah.
350,000 people just there when there's
Dude.
5 minutes to go. 10
making
minutes to go,
fucking $1
15
million
minutes to go,
a
20 minutes
minute
to
for like the first 4 minutes. I remember. I'm fucking.
You're
That's
nervous, right?
nuts,
I mean, I
dude.
bet. I mean, that's like crazy. 350.
It didn't look real.
That's
It was
350,000 people. God damn it. Like, that's a lot of
it
people.
was crazy. Yeah, just getting that amount of people on that site is just like pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
I find the
That's,
older I
like-
get, the more like these numbers like fucking. Like I was even just like thinking like this podcast is gonna like million fucking people are just gonna like
Starts to
dissect
crunch
this
down,
conversation
yeah,
and
it's-
like it's fucking nuts. Like it's when you think about it, you almost can't think about it. It's like it's fucked. So much people.
That is pretty crazy because I remember when that drop did so well. I remember wearing suits.
Yeah.
And you were in the pool for some goddamn reason.
Well, for every
Uh,
merch drop, we would try to think of something like engaging to do
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
day that we would like post on our stories. So like our story views would be like the highest on the day.
Yep.
To like, cause then when we would post the merch was live, it would be like the most amount of people seeing it.
Dude, that was a very
That was all
very
part of the
great moment.
geniusness of it though. Like even like that was
Mhm.
just as important. Like
Yeah,
how many people would do a drop
100%.
and they would do a countdown and then they'd fucking post
Like
it.
seeing
It's
Steve
like
and Kyle shotgunning behind the bar we had.
Oh,
down in
yeah.
Fredonia.
Yeah. At that point, you guys were so good at hyping that shit up. Like,
dude, you come
amazing.
up with like 10
was am-
ideas, like, oh, we're gonna have 3 hookers come by and then they'll be doing this.
Just
and then
random
we're gonna
shit, right?
just like
It's just like,
you just
yeah.
create a
Well,
circus.
that's amazing.
yeah.
That's like genius, right? Like that's genius. Like seeing that was like
What do you
I don't
think
know.
the biggest key to
Nuts.
that was? Like, why do you think that we were able to get like 300,000 people on the site?
Honestly, not to be corny, but I think that's where I gotta give like the roses to you, man. Like that's where like I even like still in businesses I'm doing now, like I still take that energy of like how you just like understand how to like build hype properly and how to market and like create real hype. And it's like, yeah. And I'm sure, yeah, we both had ideas and
Yeah.
did shit, but like, dude, I think that was the science to why it like was different than anyone else. It just like
I think one thing that I noticed as a fan was just everyone watched your guys' entire journey. So everybody wanted to support
the
you.
story, selling the
You had a whole
story.
storyline.
And it's a
what I
true
was gonna say.
story.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Where it was like, it's not like we like fucked up or anything. It's just like I think we were just literally like in this mission, and it
Yeah.
kind of like lasted for as long as it did, and like the fact that we went from doing like 3 videos a week to like, you know what I mean, a video every single Monday, shooting and editing. Like we can't even do that right now.
Yeah.
And we have like a
Yeah.
whole machine behind us too. It's just like once you have that jolt of energy, like I feel like if you're like a young creator, like you got to capitalize on that
oh,
because it's
100%.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like to me, it's now all a blur. Like it's just like, damn, we were just like go, 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 go. Like you can't replicate that energy.
No, but you showcased that. I can't remember what video it was, but you guys were driving from, I think, Cali to Canada, and you almost stopped in, I want to say Chicago, because Nino had a girl there or some shit. But you literally showed you guys in a shitty car, all three of you jam-packed in there. Like, in every video, you just saw, like, the entire storyline.
Dude,
no
I
one else
100%
showcased
agree.
that.
Like, you're thinking about that when you're a fan of someone and you're, like, about to press purchase on a hoodie. You're 100% being like, oh, fuck. Like,
and I think
I'm buying into this fucking story.
We weren't lying. That was the thing. Back then, like we were literally looking at the camera and we were like saying, like, yo, guys, like you guys are funding this.
Yeah.
We make
we're
no
not
AdSense.
making YouTube money.
Yeah.
Right.
We had 0 brand deals that I can remember. Like I don't think we had
because we were too like R-rated.
Yeah,
like,
and no one was paying us brand deals. Like literally, like the fans were buying merch, and with the merch money, we were like flying to Europe, like getting the Airbnbs, paying for the videos to go out. Like it was like a real thing.
Right. And
so that's why I think it was so successful too.
We have the fans that are so engaged and they're thinking, yo, we got to see this story continue. And that's the only way to see it.
Yeah, the fans pretty much built the channel.
I seen too, even with Kyle, like when that merch drop happened, when we were all in suits.
Yeah.
Just like how quick you were to think of like, yo, man, like you're just quick to think of like the greatest shit to happen for now.
Yeah.
Because the merch drop dropped or it's about to drop, whatever the case may be. And like just thinking like what is going to make this shit even go
anything.
Even
I remember we bought like
That's what was
500
amazing to
tins
me.
and put them in my G-Wagon so that when I opened the door, like we just like, cool, that's a 10-second clip that'll fucking bang. Then it was like another one. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like
he
thinking
understood
of
a
these
lot
things.
of things that were very eye-catching.
Yeah.
I wish we had like behind the scenes footage of that shit.
That was amazing.
Because that
a lot of
shit's just
things that
like,
happened, man.
fuck. It was like, it's pretty magical, like what we did. Like,
Oh,
it's
what were some
pretty
other things that you
fucking
guys did like that? Because I remember like Steve's boot was just so on brand and so
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
for him.
Oh yeah.
You had a new one every drop. Like there's just like little things like that that were just
I think we
perfect
were
for each guy.
Kind of the first people to like, definitely from YouTube to start like sourcing hard goods and like shit like that, the shotgun tool and making our own. And like, that was another pivoting point, I think, that like separated us from like a merch company.
Clay
It's
was
like,
a hard good guy.
dude.
He's
Yeah.
got those, yeah.
And he'd have to work throughout the night to talk to China. He's grinding.
That's wild, dude. That's wild.
Yeah. So at that, I remember that was the first night I ever went to Fredonia was the suit drop. And you guys had a fucking party at the house. I came with Bob and I was like, yo, this is fucking in. I'd never seen anything like that. I was
Did you see the drop or just the party?
just the
after?
party?
The party, yeah.
But I was like, you have live tattoo artists.
Yeah.
So many.
I remember.
I was like,
Demi Lovato.
I was like, yo,
Remember?
this is fucking crazy. There's so many hot
Steve
chicks. Like
Demi
when I went,
That was
I was like,
wild.
yo, these guys are the fucking shit.
Mm,
Like that's the kind of scene like, you know, people want to be in.
yeah.
So at that point, when merch and stuff, you guys would say you're pretty much on top. Like you went
Yeah, I
from
think
kind
we
of the
were,
new
yeah.
guys to like, yo.
100%, man. 350,000
Right.
people.
Yeah, we were.
It's insane.
We were.
Yeah.
So what's the motivator and what's the next step after that? Like when you reach that, you're like, fuck, how do you get creative at that point?
It's tougher. I mean, yeah, when the money does come, it does change it a bit.
Mentally,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Right?
It changes
Mentally,
it a
it's
bit
like,
because it's not, you don't have to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Before we had to do it.
Mhm.
We had to.
Right.
Like that's what it was. So it's like when you don't have to do something, then you know it's not as
Right. You're not gonna go watch a porn video and a lecture when you have that kind of money coming in. You're not as like incentivized to go do.
yeah. And
shit
also
like
we
that.
had been doing
Yeah.
it longer too. So the stuff that we wanted to do.
Can get like repetitive
Can get
or
repetitive
like what's that
and, like-
saying that it's hard to train in silk sheets? Like they'll
Yeah.
say that about like Conor McGregor or some shit. It's like
Right.
I think that's just a learning curve. You just have to like find what you're like. Maybe it's more about just like, oh, we can do a bigger video and I'm super excited about shooting this certain thing or moving the goalpost. But
It's
I don't
tough
know.
when you've been doing it for a while too, and like also we'd both been arrested,
Mhm.
like Jesse twice.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, like even now I'll still think like we'll think of some prank ideas that I know would bang. And I'm like, we were about to shoot it too. Like we've been talking about it, the too touchy thing, or it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
But it's like-
now.
I want to do it, but it's like just pushing myself to do that like prank that like I might get in shit or I might get fucking hit. It's just like, damn, I just can't do it like I used to do it. Like it doesn't make me happy to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I like doing the pranks that like I'm not gonna get in trouble. Like we did the car wash one recently, or like even the wheelchair one was like not as like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean
but it's just tough to like when it doesn't make you happy, it's not the same.
Right.
Before we would enjoy shooting pranks, like back in the day. Like we'd probably maybe it wasn't the funnest thing ever, but we didn't have a terrible time doing it.
No.
Probably.
I mean, dude, I don't know about you, but before I got arrested, I definitely was like, I wasn't scared of being arrested. Wasn't scared of getting punched in the face. I was like, whatever the fuck we got to do it.
Yeah.
Like
there
was a switch that happened for sure. Like it freaked me the fuck out. But like I can't picture me doing anything now that would like get me arrested. I don't think I would.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Like if you're talking about like, hey, you don't have to do this. It's like, but I also love still doing pranks and all that shit still.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys miss about doing that shit?
I just miss. It's like missing like fucking going to high school or something. That's the way I see it. It's just like you look back on this time, and it was like, you know, you were younger, you had less worries, and you just like, what a great fucking time. Like,
right?
What a fucking time to be alive. Like we were just.
I think if you remove all the stress of having to do it or getting arrested or any of that bullshit, like I would go shoot with you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like if it was like, because there is something really fun about you'd be this crew and you'd watch someone go do their bit and you're like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen? And then you go do your bit and you try to one up them and then they try to one up you, and it like it is fun as fuck. Like, and then you get to go and sit with editing and fucking create the comedy magic and like.
You guys know too, once you get that good reaction, you're just sitting there like, yo, we got it.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
That's
our
probably
whole
the best
group.
feeling.
We said this in the NELK video, but our whole group was like, from the editors to like even when you guys came in, everyone wanted to make a good fucking product. You know, everyone wanted to be like, if we got something good, it wasn't like, all right, like sweet, like put it out. Like we were fucking like,
we're ready.
We're
fired up for the premiere.
Sick. We're proud of what we made.
Yeah,
and we can't wait to share it with like
very selective
fans.
Of like what goes 110%.
out.
Like,
yeah, that was the best. Nuts. That was the best thing, man. When we're able to all sit down together and really, really watch, like, Jesus Christ, like we know it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
that was the best feeling. It's like we know it's gonna be good. I remember crashing online with the Zoom lecture. Remember Zoom? Remember Zoom video? Like,
yeah.
That was. People sometimes say that's like how they found us.
Dude, isn't that crazy? Like I remember us sitting down and really watching that. And we just all clapped at the end, bro. That was like probably one of the most beautiful things ever I've ever seen. Like that was just like, yo,
that was such good timing.
That was
such great
COVID,
timing,
right?
man. Such great timing, and we just all like that. Like,
well, we had to improvise too. It was like we couldn't shoot anything. It was like
we couldn't shoot nothing.
And we're still hitting
you guys
viral.
Prank calling Apple Store IDs or Apple. I remember you guys were sitting down. You had the hat. You know what I mean? You had the hair.
You guys were definitely able to capitalize.
You remember that?
Sorry. You guys were able to capitalize on the COVID situation harder than any other creators, I think.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because it also was at the time, I think, probably the most amount of people on their phone too.
Right,
dude.
Like, what else did you guys do? You did something else you did the lectures, which was fucking hilarious. That was so viral. And then what else was done?
Well, there was an endless amount of online classes, so the amount of ideas you could do was pretty endless.
I remember doing the shitting one. Remember, I was like, I took a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like insane. But I just remember we just kept firing those off.
You were definitely actually shitting
didn't
too.
We? Huh?
You were shitting for real.
I did. I had it. Yeah, it was funny. But I remember we did that, and we were just all dude. That was amazing. That little couch we had downstairs.
Oh yeah.
Next to my fucking the room that I had, that was like it's fucking terrible.
Oh yeah.
But it was just. I don't know. It was just great because like the whole house.
Ernie would be down there rolling up a fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. The whole house
every
was
morning.
in shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The whole house was in shit. Dude.
Well, there was fucking 15 people.
It was a frat house, but it was beautiful when we all came
together. That was
together.
the first house we ever like actually signed a lease for.
Yeah.
Like that was the
It was always month to month
did
bullshit.
that,
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
I remember I'd go through spurts where I'd like clean the kitchen or some shit. I'd be like, yo, I need to clean home. And then like,
No
like a
one's
fucking
cleaning.
rager in
No
an
one's
hour.
cleaning. You know?
I'd be in there. I'd start the rager. Like,
People are making bacon at 8 a.m.
There was a lot of mixed emotions. You'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
no. We gotta be like, it's like a house.
No, it's not.
Fuck.
It's not.
My bedroom at that house, man, it was like my own apartment in like.
You had a nice room though.
I had
You had
like
a nice
a
room. I
living
rarely
room
went
and
in
a-
there.
If you were on the top floor in that house, you were okay. It seemed like.
Oh fuck! You still had people banging on that door though.
Kyle's had nothing in there.
No.
It was like how
I'm
it
a
was.
boring guy, man. I just go to bed. That's it, pretty much.
Steve's, I don't know. It's a bunch of dog traps. I don't know what's going on.
I remember I started cleaning up.
traps.
I don't know if you remember this, but I was
not
like,
traps, but you know what I mean.
I was trying to
Just Donnie
store
running
things in
around
your closet,
Shitting everywhere.
like snowboards or like
Oh,
some
really?
shit. And you're like, yo, dude, I'm not trying to like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember one time I was cleaning up and I was like, yo, you got this big closet. And I started like bringing all this shit upstairs. And you're like, dude, you're not moving all this shit in here.
Fuck
Didn't you?
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other funny ass moments or like untold stories in that house?
The fucking laundry room was a fucking
Oh, that
mess.
was a mess.
It was a mountain every
Oh, dude,
day.
it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it.
Yeah,
Might,
that
as,
was funny.
might as well.
And was
just
that
try it outside.
enjoyable, or are you guys like, yo, we gotta
Seriously.
take it somewhere else after this?
What was that? Sorry.
Like, was that situation with having the entire team? That was pretty much the office. Was that enjoyable, or was it like, yo, we gotta keep going and get something better than this?
I don't know. We
I
probably
mean-
have different opinions on that moment.
For me,
I
like
was definitely.
it just I grew up poor, so like it was just like it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how you guys thought of it, but it seemed like
yeah,
a
it was,
great house
it was
to me.
definitely
Like,
hectic.
I think I liked like alone time.
I was gonna say,
and
yeah.
fucking that like that was probably part of too. It's just like eventually like because I remember we were gonna go to was it Dubai? What was it? Where and Osgod got COVID or something happened.
Uh-huh.
And then I couldn't go, and then I got an Airbnb because I couldn't go back to the house or something. But I remember that was like the first, probably because I like went to an Airbnb by myself and like probably got a taste of like a little bit of a
oh,
quieter
was that the Khabib fight
thing,
We were
and-
supposed to, oh,
yeah.
I see.
And that was like kind of a, I don't know, definitely. Like you'd almost didn't think that like that's an option. You're like, nah, dude, you got to live with fucking 14 dudes and keep going.
It's a lot of
you know?
dudes.
It's a lot of dudes, man.
Especially after doing it for a long ass time. It's just like it's just
I
like
was just gonna say,
anything,
like,
you know?
what?
It's just like-
When did you guys find like a time where it was just like you're just not motivated and you're just not as into it as you used to be?
That was probably around that time for me.
Was there like a certain moment, or it just was building up and you're like, yo, I gotta try something different?
Yeah, for me, it was just building up around that time for a while, I think. But it was also a mixture of a lot of things. I think like I just wasn't like in a good headspace, so I just
Mhm.
fucking had to figure out some shit. But like I'm sure it tested you a lot of times. Like I could tell, and it was like a lot on you. But you were always good to fucking just like, this is what we got to do. Fucking
But
keep
it's
it
true.
going.
I think that it's just like I understand too what you were going through too, because it's like even now with like my like health too and mental health, like I realize too, like, dude, it really is everything.
Yeah.
And it's like if you don't have your mental health, then like what do you really have, right? So like
Yeah.
if you were going through that time when like you had to do what you had to do, like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like if you were not in a good headspace and like it wasn't the best environment and all that, I was like, it makes total sense to me. Like, you know,
Best way to describe it is
it was crazy, and it was like, you know, there was crazy even now, bro. It's still, you know, there's times where like that's why even now I'm prioritizing my health and like
Yeah. It's
there,
good.
there'll be certain trips that I could go on, like we're talking about doing international shit, like besides probably Dubai. I'm not like, I don't even want to travel till I get this shred done and like get to
Yeah.
that goal of like November's when it ends. Like I want to get healthy and like
Yeah.
put that first, because dude, even with the shit now, like with Happy Dad and shit, there's a lot of
Oh, I bet.
temptations, right? And like like we could easily slip up and go down that lane too. So
For
like
sure.
I totally
Yeah.
get, like I get it. It makes
Yeah.
sense to me. You
Like,
know?
it's just a point where you realize, like, yo, this isn't sustainable. If you want to accomplish things, you can't like live an unhealthy lifestyle like that,
no.
like daily.
Well, the best way to describe it, like, is when you're at a point, like, say someone's going through whatever it is, like fucking depression or crazy anxiety, or dude, who, like even far like bipolar or schizophrenic, like, dude, like when you go through something like that to a point where you've like redlined it, I feel like all these things that matter, right? Like your business and your, like all these things that are like at the front line, it's almost like that becomes 1%, because your head's not there. So like
Yeah.
your 99% of your brain is freaking out because you're like, you know what I mean? It's like I can't really explain it, but like it's like the best way I can say it is like
You don't really have a choice.
yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It takes over.
Yeah.
It's like there's a filter over you, and you're like, I have to deal with this, and then I can go
Yeah.
deal with those
I-
other things that matter.
I've hit like breaking points like that like recently more too. Like
Really?
where it's just like yeah, but like I don't. It's just like shit will happen or doing too much of something and you just hit a wall.
Yeah.
You hit a wall or like just stress and anxiety from online bullshit or like whatever it is. Just
Yeah.
like that time. It's like sometimes you're just like fuck, like like is this really worth it? Like type shit. But
For sure.
Mhm.
That happens with everybody.
it's
I think.
tough.
It's a lot to juggle for sure.
It is, yeah. So that's why I think just like I've realized too, like goddamn, like you gotta stay sane. You gotta stay.
Right. Did you guys ever have this is kind of off topic, but a video or a prank idea that you were never able to do? Or you never like actually followed up on filming?
I mean, near the end of filming, there was a lot of ideas that I didn't even do because I was all freaked out about getting arrested kind of shit. But there was definitely some crazy ideas thrown out there that I was like, whoa, probably not.
I'd have to think.
I just always think about that.
But I don't know.
What were you guys saying
Oh,
about?
Devil in a Church.
Can you guys continue what you guys were saying
About
before
what?
he mentioned that? I just want to know.
What?
You said the wall. When you
Oh
hit a
yeah,
wall.
just like dude, I don't know whether it's like whatever it is, like if it's too much partying or yeah, like I said, maybe there's like just drama and shit online or whatever it is, shit like that where it's just like sometimes you just like yeah, you hit a wall in whatever situation that is
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah, that's
kind of
wild.
shuts you down, right?
And that can't even
little
be
bit.
glossed over either, dude. Like
I'm just interested because what you were saying.
internet shit,
Yeah.
like just not like, yeah, like that whole thing of like just so many eyes watching everything you're doing is like
Crazy
people,
anxiety.
yeah, commenting things and this, that, and you're just like, yeah, it's a lot to like add on top of all the
Was
other
that
fucking
part of
things.
it? Like when we were at the Fredonia house too.
Maybe like I'm sure, yeah, definitely a part of it, but I don't know. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
especially with the sober, like going sober too, and like not drinking too. Like even for me, if I'm trying to get fit and not party less, you do have to just not be in situations like that too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm not fucking going to the club sober straight up. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not. Like I can't. Like I'm not gonna do that. If I'm gonna go out, I'm probably gonna drink. Like people could say whatever the fuck they want. Like how can you not go out sober? But I'm just not
No,
gonna
it's just
do
what it is.
that.
You're being
'cause
honest,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's just not what I'm
Dude, I
used to. I'm
tried
just
when I
like,
first stopped
Yeah.
drinking, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you last like, you can only get so many fucking like, what are the fucking flavored
Hopper
waters
comes up
and
to you and
shit.
says, "Let's take a shot." Like you're buckling
Yeah.
and stuff.
You're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
So it's just like for me, if I want to stay dialed in the gym, like I'm just chill during the week, and then Saturday's my day. To like if you want to go out and have fun, have some drinks, do that. But that's kind of where like I'm
Yeah.
kind of at right now. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
It seems to be good, but it's just like
Outside of like the mental health, physical health, all that, what's your guys' goals that you want to accomplish like in this space personally?
my business goals really just right now is to like the main focus for me is just to build Happy Dad to be like one of the biggest alcohol brands in the world.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we say we're not really competing with like people think we're competing with White Claw, but like we think we're competing with Budweiser
Right.
in the sense that like we could be an entire alcohol company.
Yeah.
Happy Dad could just be our first product of many, but like we want to own like the consumer like goods, consumer products like space,
Mhm.
and now we have so many relationships with all these stores, like direct relationships
dope,
with like
yeah.
Walmart,
You got
like
distribution just set up.
Kroger's, all our partners now we own those relationships. So like Happy Dad might just be our first product. Like maybe we'll launch a liquor, maybe we'll launch a non-alcoholic product. And now,
Yeah.
it's just a funnel because we have all these stores. So that's kind of like my business goal. And then just continuing to try to have fun with NELK.
Mhm.
I think like that's why this video is good for me too, because I kind of wanted to just tell the fans like it's just like I feel like they take it sometimes too seriously, and because they're passionate, and it's like what me
Yeah.
and you built from the beginning was just like it's fucking magical. So But for me, I just want to have fun with it and I just like making content. So it's just like I just want to have fun and upload the videos and like.
There's definitely no need to make it stress you out.
Yeah,
You
like
don't
I would
have
love
to.
to just
Yeah.
have fun and like upload videos and just
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Like that's why I wanted to tell them, like, I agree with you guys. Like, old NELK is dope as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
no one said it wasn't. You know, like I fucking love it just as much as you guys. Like,
yeah.
no lie. So like, yeah, that's where I'm at. But I can't complain, bro. Life is fucking. We're blessed. I'm very blessed, grateful. Like,
Very blessed, actually.
100%.
Really.
how about you?
Yeah, I think I'm really happy with Sunday and how it's all coming out, and that I took my time. Like I've said this before, but basically just creating something that would keep me stoked for the next 10, 20 years. But no like real massive goals. Basically just getting it to a point where it's profitable and it can keep funding creating more shit. And I know that's kind of corny, but it's like that's like really my only goal right now. Cause like I know that like obviously even when I exited, it was like I made it, I can chill, whatever. But like I quickly realized that I'm just not that guy. Like I like working on shit. So like, yeah, that's like the dream I see. Just like not being in one lane. Obviously I love doing product development and creating brands, but I don't know. Like, you know, we used to talk about like making movies or shows and like I just being able to like keep doing that and growing connections and fucking just keep creating things is
How's
it's
boxing?
dope.
How's boxing helped you? Like, cause you've been doing
boxing,
you've been sparring.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
It's so funny that obviously like skateboarding's always been my thing,
Mhm.
and there's so many similarities to like, because it's like it's not a team sport. It's like you can go work on it whenever you want, and like I don't know. I never like fell in love with another sport like since
That's awesome,
skateboarding,
man.
and it's like took over skateboarding.
That's
but
awesome.
dude, I love it, man. Like
That's awesome. That's actually really good.
yeah.
You think
super
one
fun.
time?
Salim fucking loves UFC now too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we've been talking. We
This
want
guy,
to come
this
train.
guy will have a chick over and put on a fucking rerun UFC fight.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny, bro.
Dude, I love it, bro. It's such a great
Every
sport.
bird. and
I
it's
love
just like,
hearing that though.
It's
Dude,
like the
it's such-
same. It's like the same fight. Islam versus Volk.
Dude, it's such a good
He
fight
just
to
puts
watch.
it on the TV and makes
a good
them
fight.
watch.
It's a great fight to watch.
And
man.
like
You know
girls
who the
don't
fuck
fuck
won?
with UFC, really. Like not
Islam
a lot.
won,
Not a
technically.
lot. Like
Yeah.
it's so funny,
It's just
bro.
cool
Yo,
to
you gotta
watch.
keep
I mean,
doing
like,
that. I told
dude, like you
bro.
never know what the hell's gonna
Such
happen.
a power move, bro.
It's not. It's just like
I would
enjoy watching
I would-
UFC.
I would watch you watch UFC fights with girls. Like I would love to watch that. Like please film that.
Dude,
more.
I don't even watch
That's a
it
good
'cause
show
that's-
That's
concept.
fucking hilarious, bro.
No, I don't watch it because I'm just trying to put it on for them. Like I just generally want to watch it. Like I just
Yeah.
want to watch the fight. There's a lot of fights I like to watch.
My go-to is the Connor Dustin trilogy. Like
Watch
I've watched that
yeah.
so much. And Gaethje, like dude, any of his
The
fights.
Gaethje's fight, dude. That guy's a brawler.
Dude,
I like
so
that guy a
dope.
lot. I love Gaethje.
He's on a
man.
next level right now
dude.
too.
He's dialed.
Fuck.
He's ready
I
to
think
go.
he
Gets into
officially
work
just
and
joined
finishes.
Team Happy Dad today.
That went through
Gaethje,
today?
Yeah.
Let's
If,
go.
if we put it
yeah.
in the pod, Justin Gaethje, welcome to Team Happy Dad.
Let's go.
That's
Just
fucking
go.
dope.
Baddest motherfucker.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He got the BMF belt.
This is pretty cool.
I know.
You think ever one time for the fans you guys could run back one prank? Maybe it's like less risky or
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
like soon.
I would love to like.
I'll go shoot one this week.
I mean, with
Fucking
you guys,
fun.
but I would love if all of us just got into one, man. That'd be so amazing.
We should just
If
fucking
it's the thing of it's a prank, we gotta definitely be then it puts a little more pressure on us. That's why I was like, let's go on a trip and just have fun. And then it's just like, but if we're doing a prank, we might gotta sit down and be like,
Yeah, you gotta
like
dissect,
what
yeah.
prank is it gonna be? Like
I feel like it should
It's-
be the most simplest fucking
Yeah.
thing and just like more about like it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
It's not this big thing we gotta pull
we
off.
we do have some like more like Bigfoot ideas though that we thought of.
Oh,
that are,
really?
like, yeah,
What?
like, we thought of some pretty dope ones.
Really?
So yeah, not Bigfoot, but
Oh.
like movie style
Oh,
ones,
movie style,
like
okay.
like one concept where it's just like we thought of some pretty funny ones that like it could be dope to do something like that too.
Yeah.
Or we can, or we'll just brainstorm and choose.
What if you three did the like golf chirps, ran that back?
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
That's just
Yeah, I think I know the
hilarious,
fans would be
bro.
thinking just do anything.
I
Yeah.
think that
I would prefer to come back with something like fire as fuck, but
I really like the trolling like
Yeah.
MMA fighters. I feel like that is I
They're
mean
not
obviously
funny.
with your connections out too, like
yeah.
I don't know where you do it, but some kind of like Just like you go in there and you think you're the beauty and you're like sparring too hard or you're fucking
Yeah.
dude. There's so many jokes you could do.
we
with
were
that.
thinking of doing we were about to shoot it. We might shoot it, but
Oh, the jiu-jitsu one?
like yeah, like it's kind of weird though, I guess. Like saying like gay shit to people while you're like rolling jujitsu.
Oh my god.
It's kind of weird
I mean,
though.
think about it though. Like, if you're on full mount, you know what I mean? Like, he was saying it to you. He was like, I could flip you over, but I like how you're on top.
I just
remember
don't know
you
if I
said
could
that.
say a
Kyle
line with
said that, yeah.
someone's my legs and like
It'd
he
have to
could
be
just break my
jujitsu,
knee.
but like they're in your guard and you're just like, I'm not gonna lie, like I love where you are right now.
Was just like weird shit. Like, that's. Dude,
That's pretty fucking
I
funny.
thought that was pretty hilarious. Like, because it's like, shit, is this guy gonna actually flip me? Like, you know what I
That'd
mean?
be
Like,
weird, eh?
I mean, it kind of makes both people.
Like, oh yeah, you want to
confused.
pass
If you're
my
keeping
guard?
eye contact,
You want
right?
to pass my guard right now?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
you're
just
rolling
great.
with them. I mean, they're not gonna.
Especially if you
I
show
don't
up
know.
wearing like the wrong pads or on the wrong, like you're wearing too much pads. Like you're just so much shit where you just
Yo,
look like a
it's
rookie,
like
but you're
wearing
talking
wrong-
all this shit.
Dude,
Like,
imagine like worn out pads or some shit like your
Different
old-time-
colors
I
and
don't know,
shit.
just like weird shit.
you
I
should
don't
just
know.
show up wearing full hockey
You know what I
gear.
mean?
That would be
It's
funny.
just stupid.
We were thinking of doing one like Austin Powers, like you know how he got frozen.
I can't remember.
Like so,
Kinda.
like basically the concept would be like, it could be two people that are frozen, but let's say like I was frozen or something, and then your job was to hire someone to like when I get unfrozen, like show me around the world. Like I've been
like
frozen.
you've been
for,
frozen.
I've been
Like a time
frozen for
travel thing.
30 years.
Yeah.
And then like we actually do it. Like we create the thing.
oh,
And like
that's funny.
they come. Like we'll interview marks.
Yeah.
Like post on Craigslist and say like, hey, we need a caretaker. Then when they like interview them, choose the right one. Then when they get to the crib, like they witness it, like
Yeah.
crazy, like lab, like
Oh my
getting
God.
unthawed. And then it's this person's job to like show.
And
me
your outfit
around.
looks like you're from 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're like some rich guy that was like, I don't know.
yeah.
That could be like epic.
Yeah, it's
A
hilarious.
few ones like that. We're thinking
so many lines that could come out of that too.
Yeah, like something crazy like that. Those ones are fun.
how would you be like, would you show him that you're in ice? Like, how would you do
Yeah,
that?
like we just create it. Like we have this props girl that would probably like pull it off.
yeah.
Like I don't know how she would do it, but
maybe you
however
still
they
got a
would do
little
it
bit
in
of
a
ice on
movie.
your cheek or some
Yeah.
shit.
But like no,
yeah.
we'd actually be in the like
In the
however
ice.
she would do it. Yeah, like we'd have to do that. Right, just like Austin Powers, right?
Yeah, it's
Make them
hilarious.
sign a bunch of shit so they think it's like top secret.
Yeah,
like you know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like it's a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
It's just funny.
Yeah, because imagine the reactions to that. That'd just be like, what the fuck?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I do agree. I
that
like the
idea.
idea of us all like everyone plays a certain part of a
Yeah,
like
that'd be the
Bigfoot.
best way to do it.
Yeah. And everyone has their own role and we just
Yeah,
like
everyone's
make
so
it
used to
happen.
and shit.
We have a few movie ideas like that we thought of.
Really?
Yeah, so we could brainstorm. Yeah,
Yeah.
be
We
cool.
should just fucking kick it and fucking come up with some ideas.
for sure.
We'll
I
brainstorm.
know, and then we got to get fucking. If we do we could do the some sort of trip too. I think that would be cool.
mm-hmm.
Just even I don't even like know where it would be, but I think just like you and like if Nino was there and like Pat and like interacting with like the new people too. It's just
Oh
like
yeah.
so much different shit now. Like
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
So what's the deal with
Like
Steve?
Gabe and Nino.
Could
like,
Steve be in it or he's just,
Steve can't be on YouTube. That's what we got to figure out. Is because like
I say put him on, but just blur his
Steve's
face.
gotta be.
Can you
No,
do
they Can't
that?
do that,
Are you serious?
dude. In the Trump video, they like wouldn't even let us put his hand in the video. Like he hands Trump. the
shit's
bat.
fucked, man.
I know.
Fuck.
Yeah, so
You
I
put
don't
it
know.
on X.
Damn, bro, you gotta
Huh?
have Steve.
Put it on
I
X.
know.
Yeah, I know. We
Gotta
need
have
we
Steve.
if we bring him back, everyone we need Steve in the video.
need
Like we
Steve.
need like we need to figure that out
We
somehow.
need Steve in it. Dude,
Or we
that's-
shoot something with Steve for Rumble or something. Like-
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I want to. I
just
miss
feel like
Steve,
just
man.
think
Yeah.
Steve
Seen him
has
in
to
a
always
fucking
be in
long
there,
time.
dude. Steve's
No,
a
he would
fucking
obviously
icon.
want to. He wants to be in the videos bad. We're trying to figure it out, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we did this. The fans,
Great pod,
fans
long
really
time
wanted
coming.
this. Obviously, me and Gabe have utmost respect for you, bro, because we wouldn't be here without you. So
I appreciate that,
yeah,
man.
appreciate everything you guys, all three of you've done. So
Are you still sipping on that coffee?
Nah, it's a spitter now.
Wow.
I ruined this cup.
and then yeah, and I think from here you guys figure out what the most fire thing we could all fucking film is.
Yeah. Well, I think me and Jesse were just talking. We just treat it more like a collaborative thing now, and it's just like, just have fun with it, and then whenever we have an idea, we'll work together and stuff like that.
Maybe a one night with
Yeah.
Steiny, huh?
I'm
Like, no one's doing that.
fucking in with that.
No one's doing that. I'm
Abby
just-
Ray-
I'm just
Abby
kidding.
Rayo?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
She brought you up a few times on there.
Yeah, I heard.
All right. Well, yeah.
well.
Comment if you guys have any ideas that you guys would like to see for maybe even for a trip, and then for pranks too. But yeah, I think the trip would be first. I think we'll see if Nino, MTV Pat. I think we just do it. I think everyone wants to see it.
Gotta
I
have
mean,
Steve, bro.
it'd be fucking fun. Yeah, we'll figure out the
There's
Steve thing.
Dude, my dad called me like 3 times today. I haven't answered it yet.
Really?
Dude, he's so horny, man.
Really?
Dude.
Wait,
I guess because the NELK video went up. He's just
Yeah.
like, yo, bro. He's probably already packed a bag and shit. Dude, that's
Yeah.
so funny, man.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, drop a thumbs up, guys. Comment. I think this was fucking awesome.
Great internal.
feels
This
good.
is
Thank you, bro.
awesome.
Hell yeah. All right,
All
boys.
right,
Good shit, boys.
Fuck yeah, buddy.